Hey guys, what's up? What's up? And this is James, and I'm doing English Reading 100 Days Challenge. Today is day 14. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna jump right into it. Marketing 4.0. Okay, I already finished this part yesterday, and we covered the social CRM, and we are jumping into page 319, chapter Step 1, Building Sense and Response Capabilities. Hi there, welcome. In social media, the volume of conversations can be overwhelming, and moreover, not all customers directly inquire the brands on social media. Some of them converse only with friends and brands without directly addressing them. The social CRM requires a social listening algorithm to monitor, filter, and prioritize the conversations, distinguishing those that matter from the noise. And the algorithm should also be designed to identify actionable conversations, cases where brands can jump into the conversation and make a positive impact. It should also be able to scan for major complaints and negative sentiments that usually lead to brand crises. This gives the opportunity for companies to mitigate the crisis before they happen, and companies have many software choices that can help them to do this effectively. And step two, develop and empower social CRM agents. As mentioned, social CRM cannot be fully automated. Social media, by nature, are platforms for human to human interactions. Thus, a brand head that turns to develop a social CRM platform must recruit and develop social CRM agents who can properly represent the brand with a high level of empathy. The agents should have the right personalities and attitudes reflecting those of the brand. These agents should be trained to converse and with customers on behalf of the brands. Since social media conversations are heterogeneous, he or heterogeneous or heterogeneous. Social curing agents should be empowered by a strong knowledge base. It should contain historical issues that their resolutions as reference points for their agents. Agents should also be encouraged to share their unique story with one another to enable faster learning. The agents often do not have the answers immediately because they need to coordinate with other units that are responsible for providing the answers. Therefore, the agents should be properly connected within the system to coordinate with other parties within the organizations. Step three, leverage community involvement. Companies should realize that in the long run, responding to all conversations on social media will become a possible task. A mindset shift is required from traditional one-to-one CRM to social many-to-many CRM. Instead of engaging in conversations themselves, companies should involve royal advocates to be volunteers. Sometimes letting royal advocates respond to negative comments really helps the brand. Since peer customers are more credible, they are more likely to be believed. Ultimately, social CRM should be a self-help platforms connecting customers within the community. In many established social CRM communities, they add the element of gamification to reward community contributions. For instance, Cisco developed a community that consists of experts and IT professionals. The community then become an online support system that can answer questions from fellow members. Contributing members are rewarded with reputation points and badges. Okay, driving desired behavior with gamification. Gamification, the use of game principles in non-game contexts, is a powerful method to increase customer engagement. It is more likely used in two major contexts of building engagement: loyalty programs and customer communities. Despite a polarization of opinions, the use of gamification has been growing in recent years. A survey by Pew Research Center to over 1,000 technology stakeholders and critics reviewed that 53% agreed that by 2020, gamification would be the mainstream, whereas 42% argued that it would grow only in certain domains. The earliest form of gamification for loyalty programs can be seen in the airline industry's frequent flyer program, which encourage customers to use the same airline for all their travel needs. Airline customers are offered enrollment in a frequent flyer program to accumulate points or miles, which can be redeemed for air travel or other products and services. To motivate customers to accumulate points, most programs have customer tiers. The higher tiers, often called elite tiers, are associated with the higher status, which comes with more privileges. Gamification is also a technique commonly used in online customer communities. Travel Advisor, for example, use gamification to increase engagement. While in loyalty programs, customers are incentivized with reward redeemable points. In customer communities, they are motivated with reputation points, also known as badges. Relying on user-generated content, TripAdvisor needs to make sure of a steady supply of new, high-quality customer reviews. To do that, TripAdvisor hands out Trip Collective badges to reviewers to acknowledge their contribution to the travel community. Reviewers are encouraged to write more reviews to increase their status. There are six tiers from new reviewers only on one review to top contributor more than 50 reviews. There are also specific badges such as expertise badges for reviews or Duolingo. Duolingo is another great example of gamification for reviewers on single categories such as hotels, restaurants, and attractions, and passport badges for reviews in at least two destinations. Reviewers are also emailed their rankings in comparison to others and encouraged to write more in order to increase their rankings. These game principles, such as rewarding customers for completing tasks or encouraging competition for higher rankings, have been proven to be highly effective for building continuous engagement. There are several reasons why gamification is ultimate tool for engagement. First of all, gamification takes advantage of human desires to achieve higher goals and to be recognized for their achievements. Some customers are motivated by rewards, and some are motivated by self actualization. As with games, there is also a certain level of addiction involved in pursuing higher tiers. Thus, customers have continuous interactions with the companies, creating stronger affinity. Moreover, there's a strong accountability in gamification. Rewards are given when customers complete certain transactions, such as buying more products, since privileges, sorry, 李月琪，别刷微博了，赶快睡觉。Moreover, there is a strong accountability in gamification. Rewards are given when customers complete certain transactions, such as buying more products or referring friends. These privileges are attached to customer tiers. Companies give more experience expensive rewards only to those who truly earn rewards. Thus, it is useful to estimate the marketing budget. Companies can predict exactly how much to spend in order to gain a certain amount of revenue, points, and miles when tiers to redeemable rewards. 听到没有啊？不要刷微博啦。In each customer tiers, marketers need to provide certain recognition and reward classes as incentives for customer to move up the tiers. Define actions to trigger. There are several actions that a gamification program aims to influence. When customers complete required actions, they earn points. The most common actions that marketers try to influence are transactional actions such as purchases, referrals, and payments. The more customers, the most common actions that marketers try to influence the transactional actions such as purchase, referrals, and payments. The more customer buy, the more points they receive. In Starbucks rewards, in Starbucks reward purchases add up to store rewards that customers can redeem for free food and drinks. A gamification program can also trigger customer referrals. Uber, for example, gives away free rides or account credits for customers who invite friends to sign up and ride with Uber. In the case of LearnUp, an online lender that gives loans to people with poor credit ratings and normally who banks normally decline customers are encouraged to repay their loans on time to earn points. Marketers can also encourage customers to complete non-transactional tasks. As discussed, a gamification program can also motivate customers to write reviews. Amazon's top reviewer rankings and its Hall of Fame recognize customers who actively write reviews. Customer can also be motivated to provide their personal information. Starbucks rewards, for example, gives away free drinks on customers' birthday, thereby incentives customers to provide birthday information. Marketers can also reward customers for developing better habits and changing behaviors. LendApp, for example, rewards points for borrowers who watch educational video on how to improve their credit ratings. A startup called provides points redeemable for merchandise or cash for engaging in healthy activities, which attracts using healthy apps. A Singapore-based startup, Play Mula, teaches kids how to manage money better with a gamification engine. And now define customer enrollment and tiering. Define customer enrollment and tiering. Some companies enroll all consumers automatically when they collect their first points, which they require by making their first purchase or when customers register and submit personal information. Upon enrolling, customers are engaged to complete additional tasks to accumulate more points. points, which will contribute to their status. Most companies classify customer status into tiers. Example: bronze, silver, and gold. Most companies classify customer status into tiers, for example, bronze, silver, and gold, to better manage the relationship and costs. Even tiers is associated with certain privileges and hence certain costs to serve. Within tiers, companies also aim to increase each customer's lifetime value and focus on customers who are more who are the most valuable. Hence, customers feel valued when they receive better services as they achieve a higher status. Since the lifetime value and the costs to serve can be estimated, companies can measure the profitability of each individual customers. For example, Sephora, a French chain of cosmetic stores, offers a three-tier program. The lowest tier is called Beauty Insider, which allows customers to sign up without making any purchase, even in the lowest tiers. Even in the lowest tiers, Sephora offers a free birthday gift and free beauty classes. To reach the next two level, VIP, very important beauty insider, and VIP Rogue. Customers need to spend a certain amount of money on Sephora products. Customer tailing also allows companies to structurally track the progress of each individual customers in terms of both monetary value and affinity level. In the context of customer path, customer tiers serve as guideposts as where customers are going to act to advocate spectrum. Customer tailing also allow companies to structurally track the progress of each individual customer in terms of both monetary value and affinity level. The higher the tiers, the more engaged the customers are and the closer they are to becoming advocates. Tiering therefore allow companies to identify their most active and passionate group of customers and to convert them into advocates, to continuously motivate customers with while managing costs. Some companies applies a penalty mechanism by which customers can have their tiers downgraded or even reset. The penalty is triggered, for example, when customers become inactive over a given period, miss a certain point, requirement threshold, or have expired points. This gaming mechanism is optional for companies, depending on customer characteristics and program cost structure. Determining recognition and rewards. Summary: mobile apps, social CRM, and gamification. To drive customers from purchase to advocacy, marketers need a series of customer engagement tactics. There are three major popular techniques that have been proven to increase engagement in the digital era. First, marketers can use mobile apps to enhance digital customer experience. Second, marketers can use social CRM to engage customers in conversations and provide solutions. Finally, marketers can use the gamification to drive the right sets of customer behavior. Getting to wow. Getting to wow. I think this is I think this is the last. I think this is the last chapter. Um, epilogue, epilogue, epilogue. There was epilogue getting to wow, 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 getting to wow. There was a there was once a Texas entrepreneur who was afraid of rejection. Oh, heard this story before. Ja Jiang, the entrepreneur, failed a number of times to getting funding for his tech startup. To overcome his worst fear, John decided to draw up a list of 100 absurd requests and face rejection head on. After a couple of days of rejection therapy success, John went to Krispy Kreme for another therapy section, but his mission fell apart. Demanded by to John to prepare a box of donuts with the shape of Olympic games, Jackie Brown, a Krispy Kreme worker, did exactly that. Jackie got the color sequence right, expecting rejection and ridiculous. John instead got wow moment. A recording of this has been watched over 5 million times on YouTube. Wow. What is a wow? From John's story, we learned that wow is an expression that customers utters when experiencing speechless delight. Speechless delight. From John's story, we learned that wow is an expression that a customer utters when experiencing speechless delight. We also learned that three characteristics constitutes a wow. First, a wow is surprising. When one has a certain expectation but gets much more, it is a wow moment. A wow deviation to an expected outcome is what creates a deviation to an expected outcome is what creates a wow is personal and can be triggered only by personal experiencing it. If John had not made an odd request, he would have experienced regular service at Krispy Kreme. A person's hidden anxiety when fulfilled with trigger a person's hidden anxiety when fulfilled with when fulfilled a person's hidden anxiety when fulfilled will trigger a wow moment. Unfortunately, not all customers explicitly say what they desire. Finally, a wow is contagious. One who experiences a wow moment will advocate and spread the good news to many others. In John's case, Krispy Kreme gained free publicity, reaching 5 million people because of its exceptional services. The wow factor does not happen every day in our business of serving customers, but when the opportunity arises, it is always worthwhile to take the advantage of its viral effect. Wow factors are what ultimately drive customers to advocacy. From its characteristics, it seems that wow happens by chance. Can companies and brands create wow by design? The answer is yes. In marketing commodities, the wow factor is what differentiates a brand from its competitors. Companies and brands must never leave the wow moment to chance. It is possible to design strategies, set up for infrastructures and processes, and train people to deliver wow across the 5 A's. A wow is surprising. A wow is personal. It can be. Sorry, I'm just making highlights here. So Hannah, wow is personal. Second, wow is personal and can be triggered by and and finally a wall is contagious. Okay. Enjoy, experience, engage. Wow. Across customer path, companies and brands should step up their creativity and improve customer interactions. From a customer point of view, three levels exists: enjoyment, experience, and engagement. Enjoyment, experience, and engagement. Enjoy, experience, engage. Wow. Those those companies and brands are focused on products superiority with will simply provide enjoyment to their customers. They focus on developing products and services that meet the needs and wants of the customers. But those that push further will deliver compelling customer experience on top of products and services. They improve customers' interactions with service blueprint and design differentiated between in-store and in-digital experience. Ultimately, those practicing at the highest level engage customers personally and enable them to self-actualize. They design life-transforming personalization on top of the customer experience that addresses the individual customer's anxieties and desires. Ultimately, those practicing at the highest level engage customers personally and enable them to self-actualize. They design life-transforming personalization on top of the customer experience and addresses individual customers' anxieties and desires. Okay, sorry, hang on. Are you ready to evolve? Winning companies and brands are those that do not leave wow moments back to chance. Don't leave that to chance. Don't leave that to chance. Do not leave wow to chance. They create wow by design. They create wow by design. They productively guide customers from awareness to advocacy. They creatively set up customer interactions for engagement from enjoyment to engagement and from enjoyment to experience and engagement. Are you one of them? Oh, it's it's over. That's it. We finished marking 4.0. That's very quick. And thank you there. I'm gonna see you next time. Have a good night. Have a good night. Bye bye.